Hello friends, this is Sumit here. Welcome to Open Source Technical Blog. Today we are going to see how to write unit test cases for RESTful web service which we have created earlier, and how we can achieve 100% code coverage. So before that, if you are not installed, or if you don't have EclEmma in your ID, then please install it, because using this particular plugin we can check the code coverage. So let me cross check for my case. Go to help, about your for Spring Tool Suite, and here you can see I have already installed EclEmma in my IDE, so you can also install. Just go to window, not help, and EclEmma marketplace and search for EclEmma, and you can install it. So let me tell you what you have done, the changes further. Yes. Yes, so let us take this class. In this class we have only one method, and as you can see I have written the test cases for this end. So basically I have inject as mock this particular class, and I'm calling this particular main method. So it's quite simple, and you need to create one method, and you need to mark the particular method as @test, to so that application, or so that it will identify it is as a test class, and you need to run. And in the top of the class you need to mark a spring boot test and run with spring runner dot class. So let us go to our main controller class. In controller class we have saved method, and for this particular method I have done the test cases. So see, in test is first scenario is when we are able to create the when to save the particular employee. So I created this particular method, and I marked it at the test, and in this case also we have marked a particular inject as a mock employee control class, and as a implicit dependencies they are we are using internally this employee repository to save the particular employee object. So you can see also in this main class. Yes, so we need this also, so we have mocked this particular interface as well. So we have created this particular class, particular object, and we have set the we have set all the data which is being required here. So when it will come this line, this I report dot save, this is here talking about this particular line. When the program control come to this line, instead of calling this particular same method, instead of hitting into the database, what we will do, will return in this particular call, will return using method. We are returning this particular employee object which we have created earlier. So yes, so basically So when you call this one internally, it will trigger this particular line by calling this one line. Okay, so we get the status is 200 201, and if it is matched, then this particular test case will be false. So instead of going through each and every cases, so let me run as this whole project as a JUnit test case coverage, and let us see what would happen. So if you have installed the EclEmma, then you will get one extra if you click on the if you right click on the project, then you can able to see the coverages, then run a JUnit test case. You can see in the test will start running. I think it has run all the test cases, 17 test cases, and there is no error and there is no failure. So it means all the 17 test cases which we have written is passed successfully. So if you go to the code coverage, and you can see 100% code coverage is there. You can see, you can drill down the project structure and see what it is there. See, you can see all this is 100% code coverage. Yes. So if you go for the controller, this was in this controller a lot of things are there, like you can see here all two branches are covered. So what exactly it means all two branches are covered? So here in this particular set, one time it will employee saved, it will be not null, and one time it will be null. So if you go to our test case, so for the first time one case is one branch is employee saved is not null, so that is this one. In this case what we are returning is not null, and the second one is employee saved is null, we are returning the null. So by this way we have covered these two branch, and one is there like internal server error. So for that one, to simulate that one, we are when we are calling this particular, when we are trying to save the employee object, we are at that time by using then throw, we are returning the one runtime exception. So it will go to this particular exception block, and this will also cover. So in a similar way we have covered for the update as well. So in case of update, one time this will be present, and one time this will be not present. Okay, so when it is present, let's go and check, means when we are able to update. So in this case we are able to update the particular employee, and means this particular code block is written. So in this case the optional, this one will be true. Okay, because yes, and second case, if it is not true, then it will point to this part of block not found, and in the second test we have covered that part also, this one. Okay, because when try to get the object by 13 as a employee ID, we didn't got, because we have 12 in our test data. So in the similar way, these two also we cover. Employee return value is one time not null and one is null. So in the first case of the employee, this one is employee return is not null. So that is the reason we are able to update our object, and if you are able to, like, while saving, if you fail in any case and you get null, so which method we have covered, let me show you. Yes, this method. See, while saving this particular employee object, like we are updating this particular employee object, we got some any null. So this case, by using this, we have covered this branch as well. And in the similar fashion, for the exception, we are throwing exception while saving or updating the particular employee object. Using then throw method, we can throw new runtime exception, and you can give some meaningful message over here to get to achieve this one. So we have covered the internet server error for the update also. To get the employee object, yes, we will cover the same way. This fine page, let me show you. So in this is one time we are able to retrieve the particular object having this same ID. In one time it will return true, and one time it will return false. If it is return false, then it will go to this part of loop. So first go and check for the return true. So get employee. Okay, yes, this time we are passing, we try to get the employee having 12 as ID, and here we have given 12 as ID. So in this kind it will return the true. Okay, and we are returning this particular employee object. And in case of not found, we try to get the employee having 13 as ID, and here to simulate this behavior, given as 12 over here and 13 over here. So will not get the particular object over here, so it will go to the not found. So I mean, this particular block of code will be executed. And for the internal server error, what we have done, similar way earlier what we have done, like we can when try to get the ID, will using then throw method, we can throw one new runtime exception. Okay, and for the delete case, yes, the same two branches are also over there. So one time when we're trying to get the ID, it cover as true, and if it didn't got the ID which try to retrieve from the database, it will return the false. So let's check that also. So first case, try to get the ID of 12, and here also try to get the 12, so it will cover this first branch as true over here, and it will execute this particular block. And when we didn't got the particular ID, like we didn't got the object having the particular ID, here we are pass as 12, and here we are passing as 11 to simulate the scenario. And in this case, it will go to this particular code block not found, and it will execute. And to simulate the internal server error, we have written this code. Okay, so when we try to get this particular ID, we'll throw new, using then throw method, we can throwing in one new runtime exception class. So by using this one, we have achieved this like 100% for this our employee controller class. So so in case of constants, like I have defined some of the constant over here to how you can write the test case for the constants. So for constants, I'll write something to so that we can have 100% escape coverage. So for constants, like you need to declare one method and just try to get that particular value. Like I have using inject mocked, I have injected the particular constant class, and I have written one method by marking as @test as annotation. See @test. So if you mark some method @test, annotation is JUnit, so it will tell that JUnit, the public void method to which it is attached, can be run as test cases. Okay. So using this method you can also achieve for the constants. And what else? This for response also I've written this one for response class. Yes, for response we have three things like this. In this class we have define attribute status, description, object, and we are using the lump of getters, inserters, and two strings. So how we can cover this class? You can see we have already covered as 100% for the response as well. We are 100% full coverage, and here also. So yes, let me go to the response class. We need to just create one response object and mark this is like we need to add the setter and getter for all those things. So it will cover this part as well. Yes, employees already covered in all our things. Like in our controller class we already use employee. So by this way we can achieve the 100% code coverage using for the code coverage we can use easily EclEmma, and you can see we have in test cases and all are passed over here. There is no failure test case or there is no error. So this is how we can achieve, this is how we can write our test case to achieve the 100% code coverage in our project. So yes, this is quite pretty much, and already I have pushed the code to the my project over here in Git. And if you go to this particular project and inside this test cases, you can get all the classes over here, like constants, constant test class, controller, complete control test class, response test class. So all codes are there inside in Git and this open source technical block. so this is all about. So if you like my channel, if you like the content which I have shared across with love and dedication, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this. Thank you so much.